Get ready because the biggest names in cinema are locking horns at Cannes. Demi Moore, Stellan Skarsgård, and writer-director Chloé Zhao have officially joined the jury for the 2026 Cannes Film Festival. This panel is stacked with talent, and you need to hear about the incredible lineup of filmmakers and actors who will be making the final decisions on the Palme d'Or.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
The competition jury is set under the leadership of South Korean director Park Chan-wook. But the roster is phenomenal. We are talking about Demi Moore returning to the festival after her massive success with The Substance, Stellan Skarsgård coming off a Grand Prix win, and Chloé Zhao bringing her directorial vision from Nomadland. These are the heavy hitters shaping the 22 films vying for the top prize. The jury also features powerhouse talents like Ruth Negga, Isaach de Bankolé, and acclaimed writers such as Paul Laverty. We'll dive into how Chloé Zhao's debut film screened in Cannes and the impressive filmography of Stellan Skarsgård and Demi Moore that has already earned them major international recognition. Prepare for a deep dive into the cinematic heavyweights. And finally, the focus shifts to the industry itself. The American Pavilion is back at Cannes for its second annual California Day, spotlighting California's booming film production ecosystem. We'll explore how AB 1138 legislation is driving large-scale productions back home, and why this is crucial news for the global film community. Don't miss the rest of this massive update. Demi Moore, Chloé Zhao, and Stellan Skarsgård have been appointed as members of the jury for the 2026 Cannes Film Festival, organizers announced on Monday. They will join a panel headed by South Korean director Park Chan-wook. The full jury lineup includes Irish-Ethiopian actress Ruth Negga, Belgian writer-director Laura Wandel, Chilean writer-director Diego Céspedes, Ivorian-American actor Isaach de Bankolé, and Scottish screenwriter Paul Laverty. All the selected jurors possess significant connections to the Cannes Film Festival. Moore previously attended the festival in 2024 for The Substance, while Skarsgård has appeared in films such as Sentimental Value, Melancholia, and Breaking the Waves. Isaach de Bankolé's career dates back to Chocolat in 1988, and Ruth Negga gained prominence with her breakout film Loving, which premiered at Cannes in 2016. Among the creative contingent, Chloé Zhao is notable for her debut film, Songs My Brothers Taught Me, which screened at Cannes in 2015. Laura Wandel has presented short films like Foreign Bodies, and Diego Céspedes recently secured the Uncertain Regard Prize for The Mysterious Gaze of the Flamingo. Paul Laverty is a veteran screenwriter, having penned 2 Palme d'Or winners, The Wind That Shakes the Barley in 2006, and I, Daniel Blake in 2016. The 8 new jurors will collaborate with Park Chan-wook to evaluate the 22 films in the main competition, which feature acclaimed entries such as Pedro Almodóvar's Bitter Christmas, Paul Polakowski's Fatherland, Christian Mungiu's Fjord, Ira Sachs, The Man I Love, Andriy Zvyagintsev Minotaur, Paper Tiger, and Asghar Farhadi's Parallel Tales. The awards ceremony, where winners will be announced, is scheduled for Saturday, May 23, as the 79th Cannes Film Festival commences on Tuesday, May 12. The jury for the 79th Cannes Film Festival has been set, featuring a distinguished group of actors, writers, and directors. Park Chan-wook has been named the jury president, overseeing the 22 film in competition lineup scheduled to run from May 12 to 23 on the French Riviera. The main competition jury includes actors Demi Moore, Stellan Skarsgård, Ruth Negga, and Isaach de Bankolé. They are joined by acclaimed writer-director Chloé Zhao, Chilean writer-director Diego Céspedes, Belgian writer-director Laura Wandel, and Ken Loach's renowned screenwriter, Paul Laverty. This year's competition slate is notable for its diversity, featuring works from Pedro Almodóvar, Hirokazu Koreeda, Asghar Farhadi, James Gray, Ryusuke Hamaguchi, Christian Mungiu, Na Hong-jin, Laszlo Nemes, Marie Kreutzer, Paul Polakowski, Leia Macias, and Ira Sachs. The festival kicks off on May 12th with the out-of-competition picture, The Electric Kiss by Pier Salvadori. Several members of the jury bring significant recent accolades to the table. Demi Moore returns to Cannes following her performance in 2024's The Substance, a major festival success that garnered an Oscar Best Picture nomination. Stellan Skarsgård starred in Joachim Trier's Sentimental Value last year, a film that secured Oscar nominations for both the film and Skarsgård. Chloé Zhao, who recently won Best Picture and Directing Oscars for 2021's Nomadland, joins the panel. Ruth Negga was Oscar-nominated for her work on Loving, 2016, while Isaach de Bankolé is a regular presence at Cannes, having worked with directors like Claire Denis and Jim Jarmusch. Laura Wandel has a history of festival success, having directed 3 films at Cannes, including Foreign Bodies in 2014, her Oscar-shortlisted feature Playground in 2021, and Adam's Sake last year. Diego Céspedes previously won the Uncertain Regard Prize for his debut feature, The Mysterious Gaze of the Flamingo. Paul Laverty, a veteran of the festival circuit, has penned 14 films for Ken Loach, including 2 Palme d'Or winners, The Wind That Shakes the Barley, 2006, and I, Daniel Blake, 2016, and he also secured the Screenplay Prize for Loach's Sweet 16 in 2002. The 2026 Cannes Film Festival competition jury has been officially unveiled, assembling a diverse, 9-person international panel of auteurs, actors, and writers tasked with selecting the Palme d'Or winner. South Korean filmmaker Park Chan-wook will lead the jury as president, leveraging his established Cannes success, including a Grand Prix win for Old Boy and the Best Director prize for Decision to Leave. Park Chan-wook is joined by a compelling roster that merges Hollywood prestige with art house credibility and strong ties to the Crescent. High-profile attendees include Demi Moore, who is making a significant career resurgence following the success of Coralie Fargeet's The Substance, which secured the Best Screenplay award at Cannes in 2024 and earned Moore her first Oscar nomination. Irish-Ethiopian actress Ruth Negga is also returning to the festival orbit, having received an Oscar nomination for her performance in Loving. The acting contingent features French star Isaach de Bankolé, a Cannes regular known for collaborations with Claire Denis and Jim Jarmusch. Stellan Skarsgård is also part of the jury, returning to the Crescent after his triumph last year with Joachim Trier's Sentimental Value, which won the Grand Prix in 2025 and garnered him an Oscar nomination. Skarsgård's Cannes credentials date back to his 1996 jury prize win for Breaking the Waves. Director Chloé Zhao, known for Nomadland and Hamnet, will also serve on the jury, bringing her directorial experience to the selection process. The panel also includes emerging talent, such as Chilean filmmaker Diego Céspedes, whose debut won the Uncertain Regard Prize, and Belgian filmmaker Laura Wandel, an Uncertain Regard winner for Playground. Rounding out the jury is Scottish screenwriter Paul Laverty, a longtime collaborator of Ken Loach, who has won major accolades for his screenplay work, including the Best Screenplay award at Cannes for Sweet 16, 2002, and penning 2 Palme d'Or winners for Loach, The Wind That Shakes the Barley and I, Daniel Blake. The 9-member jury will convene to award the Palme d'Or to one of the 22 films competing at the festival's closing ceremony on May 23, as the 79th annual Cannes Film Festival runs from May 12th to 23rd. The American Pavilion at the Cannes Film Festival is set to host its 2nd annual California Day, a dedicated event highlighting California's status as a premier global production destination. The initiative, which debuted at the 2025 festival, will focus on key aspects of the state's film industry ecosystem. A central theme of this year's programming will be the impact of OB 1138 legislation, which expands tax incentives for films and television shows based in California. Colleen Bell, director of the California Film Commission, emphasized the significance of the event. California Day brings together the people, places, and policies that make our state the most dynamic production ecosystem in the world, Bell stated. She noted that the expansion of the film and television tax credit program is driving large-scale productions back to the state, reinforcing California's position as a leading industry hub. The event is supported by a coalition of partners, including the California Film Commission, the Marina del Rey Tourism Board, and Film Santa Monica, the official permitting office for the city of Santa Monica. For the 2026 iteration of California Day, additional partners slated to join include the Chula Vista Entertainment Company, CVEC, Film Liaisons in California Statewide, FLICS, and new filmmakers Los Angeles, NFMLA. Lynn Howard, Senior Vice President of Future of Filmmaking and the American Pavilion, commented on the program's success. Last year's inaugural California Day made clear how much appetite there is in the international community for an honest conversation about filming in the state, Howard said. She added that expanding the program through partnerships with leading film offices and tourism organizations is a natural extension of the mission to connect creators with the resources and communities needed to bring their work to life. Visit Santa Monica Chief Operating Officer Evan Edwards highlighted the city's appeal, stating that Film Santa Monica is committed to providing a seamless experience for productions of all sizes against Santa Monica's iconic coastal backdrop. The American Pavilion continues to serve as the premier nexus for networking and programming related to the American film industry. And this year's California Day is poised to underscore California's indispensable role in global entertainment production.